I got a little bit sneezes. Okay. Uh. Whew. All right. As you may have realized right now, hopefully you're understanding the what happened. Um. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's sad. Uh. Very unexpected. Very out of the blue. Uh. It's one of those situations where it's regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your race, your religion, you know this is wrong. And it wasn't just like out. It wasn't even just like hidden in a certain area like at night. This was in broad daylight in front of thousands of people across television posted, and it was a brutal assassination. Like you actually saw blood. If you actually see the video, nowhere on earth are gonna play the video. I can't even watch it a second time. Just watching the first time, you see it and you think like, oh, this gotta be AI generated. You see the blood pop up, Like a lot of times when you hear people got assassinated, you see like a little video. You don't really see the blood really. You like sleeping and lay down. No, you see the blood skirting out of him when he gets shot, and he just like shuts. It's like his body looks like it just shut down and collapses, and people are screaming, and it's you think it can't get even worse than that, but according to some Ruber reports, his wife and kids were there and they saw their father get shot. She saw her husband get shot. That is just even horrible. And I'm a veteran. I seen some of the worst things that can happen, and I'm very proficient in firing weapons from my military career. And the minute I saw that he got shot in the neck, I automatically knew that he was gone. Like I knew like, hey, there is a 95% chance that he is not going to make it. But I prayed. I really, really pray for him to survive, because this is not the way to discuss people's this is not the method to say your grievances. This is not the way to, like, if you have a disagreement with someone's ideals, you don't assassinate them. No, you have discussion. Something that he does that a lot of commentators don't do. Go out to the public and talk to people. Have a discussion. Have state your opinion, and then you state your opinion, and you talk. You work out your differences. You bring proof and facts to the table, and you air your grievances. This is not airing your grievances. This is just cutting through and cutting one side's voice. And you gotta understand, this is gonna have massive repercussions. Like, no one is going to like take this line down, and everyone should be worried now, because you just push the bar. At most, it was just protesting, maybe a little bit of rioting over here. You know, this is no longer rioting. This is assassinations now. These are political political people or political voices getting assassinated now. So that means like everyone who has a voice, you're on the chopping block. That means that if you can be a politician, you can be an influencer, You can be just a person that just talks online. You can be me. You can be anyone. That someone doesn't like your opinion and you're online and you stay in your opinion, they can murder you. They can just straight up end you like that. Without you, without having discussions, or having talking about each other with each other, And this is so I'll say this. I'm a Christian. I was a Christian through my mom and my father. They brought me up. I wasn't like I'm not like a hardcore Christian. Like I'm not perfect. I try, but I stick to a moral compass. That's what I always do. And this is more lines of it doesn't matter what religion you follow. Like you can be Christian, Catholic, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, anything. You got, and then if you don't follow no religion, you're atheist or something else. Everyone always follow that moral compass of what's right and what's wrong. Religions always follow what's right and what's wrong. And you understand like doing something like this is not right. You know it's not right. It's disgusting. And it's heartbreaking. And I this changes my feelings on the political game on a whole. You know, through growing up and traveling to different places, I understand. I was always, growing up, I was blue. I was a Democrat. I felt like I was more a Democrat, not because I so much love democratic ideas, but I was. 1 second. Little sneezes. I was a Democrat because let's be honest, because I'm black. And that was always the boat that black people following stuff. Democrats help out the minority. And I always followed that path, and then as I got older and I see more things and I understand more of the political side, I started fading away from Democrats. I started fading away a lot. And it wasn't until I want to say Biden. I won't say it wasn't until officially Biden that I flipped and I went independent mostly. It was mostly independent because I saw the Democratic Party was losing itself. They were going a different path that I could not follow. But I didn't like so much what the Republican side was doing because I felt like they were still trying to find their path. It felt like it was still more of a I won't say a boys club, but I felt like following just Trump, and Trump took over the political party, and his ideas was flippy. It could be anything. So I became independent, and I like being independent because it was no longer I had to vote straight blue. I had to vote straight red. I can vote on people's ideals, and and that's always been my case for me. I always vote on someone's ideals, what they think, what they say, what they're proving to do. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or independent or a Republican, Democrat or Republican or independent. I'll vote on your what you're saying and your ideals and your proof and your history because I don't want to vote on someone who talks the talks but doesn't walk the walk. Yeah, too many of that. And I like being independent, but lately I've been more Republican side mostly just because I don't see Democratic side per people who run for Democrats. They don't got their act together because they can't even police their own state half the time. Like they want all these things done. Like they're always saying defund the police and stuff like that. and then crime goes up, and they're like, "What do we do? We don't know what's happening." And it's like, well, you defund the people that prevent crime from going up. It's gonna what's gonna happen. But I don't want to leave. I don't want to get too much in that topic. But it was always just the fact that I was independent, and then when she acts like this, because it wasn't a Republican that did this. No, it was one side that did this. And you see things when this thing happens. This makes me feel that I will never vote for someone who's on that side. And anyone who supported this deserves the worst, because this is you support someone to assassinate. You support someone to lose their father. You support the kids to lose their father. You support there's someone to lose. Sorry, well, I can't say the same thing. You support the mother to lose her husband. You support someone to lose their son. You supported the worst thing that can happen, and it's not like he was like a full blown politician that does policies and law and order and stuff like that affect you directly. He was just a voice that talked about certain things, and you wanted to shut down that voice. That's just holy. Like, oh my God, that's just bad. You just saw a person that had no really power to do that type of change. You just shut down a voice. It's like you shot Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King wasn't a politician. He was a voice for civil rights and everything. He was just a voice for his ideals. He didn't have no power, and you killed him like Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X. You killed him. A person that cannot do anything to you like that, and it's wrong. It's dead. It's really, really wrong, and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to process this happened, and I feel so much for the fact that we lost an amazing, talented young man. I feel terrible for the family. I hope the best for the mother and the kids. I know they're going to be going through this for a very long time, and this was on live television, but not well. The murder itself was on all over the internet, and the kids are going to grow up knowing that they can watch their father get offed over and over and over, and it's going to be in their heart. It's going to be in their hearts, in their minds, in their memories until the day they're gone, and they're always going to remember this. I'm hoping that the mother can just has the strength, the faith, the support to get through all this, because now I don't know how their family situation is, but any responsibility that he was taking care of to support the family, she now has to support. She now has to shoulder that without his help. Like if they was, and I believe they really are, a conservative family. One of the structures of a conservative family is the father takes care of the finances. He keeps the roof over the house. Sorry, the roof over their heads. He brings in the money so they can take care of the kids and the wife. And you just ended that, and now she got to pick up that slack. She's got to put that work in. She's got to do 2 jobs, and it's terrible. And any person that tries to use this he supports the Second Amendment type craziness, just lose my contact. Know this: he was a supporter of the First Amendment first, then the Second Amendment, and he was always practicing the First Amendment, freedom of speech. You taking them out using the Second Amendment is just heinous. And every time someone tries to say oh well, you die, you live by that sword, you die by that sword, and it's like no. He was a Second Amendment because he wanted everyone to have the right to bear arms in order to defend themselves if a corrupt and terrible government attacks you without just cause. This is how you defend yourself. He supported the Second Amendment if you're in your home or wherever and you get attacked, you have a way to defend yourself. Because face it, there are a lot of evil people out there in this world, and the cops are not many out there. And even when there are out there, it takes time for the cops to get to you. In most situations, it takes some time. It only takes a few seconds between between living and no longer. And having a weapon will put that choice in your hands so you can have a better chance of living. Second Amendment was there to protect you. That's some of the things that he promoted was protection for you and your family, your loved ones, your friends. He wasn't saying Second Amendment to assassinate people, to take advantage over people, to be a tyrant, to do evil things. So don't try to twist his words up. Understand his morals. Understand the way he speaks, what he represents. And this is a sad day. Like, you got this happening. This assassination happened September 10th. You got 9/11 on September 11th. This is just a bad. Ooh, this is bad, But I wish everyone the best. I wish everyone would stop this type of craziness, to stop escalating things to such the point of this type of terrible things. Uh, I say everyone call your loved ones, cherish them. Uh, have a good enjoy. Be with each other. Be civil with each other. Have open mind, open heart to understand each other. And I wish everyone the best. My I don't like doing thoughts and prayers because everyone does thoughts and prayers. Every time there's a school shooting, thoughts and prayers. And to me, thoughts and prayers is such an old tactic. So I will say this at the very least. I'll pray for him. I pray for his family, his friends, his closest associates, everyone close to him. And I pray that they get through this difficult time. Love you, guy. Deuces.